Nerdcast assemble!
Stay dandy, baby.
Every once in a while, there's a chapter of the One Piece manga series which is defined by a single page of artwork. And this is one of those chapters right here. It's hard to even describe how epic the final page of this chapter really was. It's so epic, in fact, that I heard a rumor that apparently the editor of the One Piece manga series was actually driven to tears when he actually saw this thing for the very first time. And it built up a lot of hype for this chapter. Hype that I don't think necessarily went the way that I was hoping, but still, this was a really satisfying chapter nonetheless. And if there were any hopes or qualms that things were not going to go in the direction that you're hoping for in terms of the crazy action and shit that was going to explode in the big arc that's getting ready to go down, well, don't worry, my friends. It's officially going down in this chapter right here. I'm going to go ahead and put out a big spoiler warning right now, too. If you have not read this chapter, please go check it out right now. So, this is the chapter where the 9 red Scabbards finally get their revenge against Kaido. The moment where they finally all come together to take down this guy who has completely destroyed their entire country and is constantly trying to reform it into something way more dangerous. This is the chapter that features one of the coolest panels from this entire arc, and it was wholly satisfying and incredibly emotional. It was also the type of chapter where the final page completely just takes away from everything else that you see in the entire thing, and that's not necessarily bad. If anything, it just gets me even more hyped to see what's going to be happening next. So, most of this chapter is a build-up to that final moment. And it's basically the moment where Kaido is giving that huge speech in front of all of his men about how this is the final night where Wano is going to be the way it is. Once it's all done, it officially will belong to him and his crew. It won't even exist in the same form that it always has. This was already demonstrated with the death of Orochi. I'm still officially convinced that they are going to make him come back. They do show his head again in this chapter. He was decapitated in the last one, but come on, he's a Hydra man. He's going to be coming back. And then we get that great moment where Momonosuke is tied up, and basically he has to say what his real name is going to be. Going back to the past before he traveled into the future, there was that moment where Kaido had him, and he was demanding to hear his name, and he wants to hear it yet again here, knowing that whatever he says could result in something really big for him. And Momonosuke has learned a lot from his past, and now here in the future, he is going to be a true brave man. Not only does he scream his name, Momonosuke Oden, but he also says that he is going to be the next shogun of Wano country. It was a great moment for his character, even in the face of death of one of the strongest characters in the series. He absolutely defies him, and it's really great. That alone could have made a really good chapter right there. But as soon as this is done happening, we cut to a scene of Luffy and Yamato as they're running away. And Luffy lives up to his promise. Not only does he rip off Yamato's cuffs, but ends up throwing them away, which causes a massive explosion and a little bit of a distraction, allowing basically a lot of chaos to start and ensue. And that's when all of the 9 red Scabbards finally appear after this big moment where Momonosuke reveals who he truly is, and they all decide to attack Kaido at the same time. Basically, it's a 9 red Scabbard combo where they all jump on top of him and just start stabbing him. This is such a cool symbolic moment that I can't even contain my excitement for it. It was just so well done to finally see them all get their revenge against this guy. And the reason that it also hurts so much is that it's probably not going to do anything. I mean, they're not going to kill off Kaido this way. It's just not going to happen. He's way too tough. There's not even any confirmation that he's actually even going to be hurt all that dramatically here. I mean, they might wound him a little bit, but I have a feeling it's not going to do much. But maybe this is the way that he could potentially be weakened a little bit for Luffy to actually go up against him. This could be what gives him that final edge in battle. If anything, it was still a very cathartic moment for all of them to actually do this, and it's a realization of the plan that they've been coming up with for the past 20 years. It's made all of this build-up worth it, to see how far these characters have come, how much they've suffered, how many friends and family members they've lost, to finally get their very own personal revenge against this guy who has completely destroyed their way of living. I can understand why the editor said that he was crying during this moment. It didn't quite bring me to tears, but it got me really excited in that moment, and if anything, It's just a really cool image of seeing all of these really uniquely designed characters taking on Kaido, again displaying how incredibly massive he truly is. All of them are attacking him at the same time, and he still has this giant presence about him. Not to mention, I think my favorite thing about this moment is really right before he's attacked. He sees this image of Odin ferociously attacking him, realizing that even though he killed this man, his spirit still lives on within all of these people, and they're using it to bolster their strength and take down this massive oppressor. Drop the mic. Cool ass chapter. So what's the rundown on this chapter of the One Piece manga series? Really, that's all I have to say about this one. I can't elaborate on it much further, other than the fact that it was all a lead up to that really awesome final page, and it was great. Like I said, I read rumors that, you know, the guy who was editing it said he was crying and that it was a big moment, and I expected something a little bigger, but that doesn't diminish the fact that this was still an incredible final page. The 9 red scabbard combo was just so freaking solid, and it worked so well, not only symbolically, but cathartically. It looks really good, and it basically is sort of like, I think, the powder keg of the entire freaking arc. This is the moment where the dynamite fuse is about to explode, and things are going to go insane from here. Basically, chaos is about to ensue, and a massive battle is about to take place. This is it, my friends. This is the time to truly get excited to see where this big final confrontation is going to be going down in the Wano Kingdom arc. Artwork-wise, I mean, it's all about that final page. It looks really awesome. You could turn it into a giant poster, put it on your wall, put it in a frame. It's gonna look freaking awesome. Just a bunch of crazy samurais attacking a giant monster, man. It's just a really cool image, and it's gonna live on for a long time. It's another one of those moments, too, that I can't wait until the anime gets here. I really hope that they do it justice, because this was an awesome moment, man. I loved this chapter, and that's really all I have to say about it. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. I loved it. I hope you loved it, too. I'd love to get your thoughts about it in the comments section below. If any of you guys read the latest chapter of the One Piece manga series, sound off in the comment section below and tell me what you thought about it and what you hope to see from the future of the Land of Wano arc. So thank you guys so much for watching this review. Please subscribe to the channel for more reviews just like this one. I'm reviewing a ton of anime this season, so I really hope that you guys could check out those videos, share them with your friends, and of course, if you like them, please give them a thumbs up. I also want to thank all of my patrons who've been checking out my Patreon page. You guys are awesome. You're making great donations. If you make a first-time donation, I'll review an anime series of your choice, and I also want to add your name to this list of awesome people who are doing a great job in supporting my channel. So thank you guys so much for watching this review. I'll see you all next time, and as always, stay down there, baby.